Hi friends, let's discuss 10 key takeaways from the new income tax bill 2025. As we are making this video, new income tax bill is getting presented in the parliament, and shortly after the president signs the income tax bill, it will become a new income tax act 2025, which will replace the old income tax act 1961. So major changes and their impact on taxpayers, let's discuss. Introduction. The Income Tax Act 2025 will replace the existing Income Tax Act 1961. Aims to simplify tax laws, reducing litigations, enhance compliances. As we know that previous Income Tax Act was introduced in 1961, and over the time it was amended and changed multiple times. So because of which it has become complex. Now government is coming up with the new Income Tax Act, which will be more simplified, and it will reduce the litigations as the language is going to be simple, and it will ensure enhanced compliances. Key changes taxpayers should be aware of, let's discuss. Concept of tax year. New concept of tax year is introduced. Eliminates confusion between assessment year and previous year. So previously, as we all know, there was a concept of previous year and then assessment year. Now this is not going to be there. We are going to have only tax year. So it will be easier to understand. No previous year, no assessment year. Previously assessees used to get confused when they used to receive any notices and all. So they used to think that assessment year is the year, but it used to be previous year. So all these things is not going to be there. Now only tax year is going to be there in the notices and all, whatever the communication will happen with the department and all that. So it will be easier for us to understand. It will eliminate confusion between assessment and previous year. This is expected to streamline tax return filing and payment processes. No changes in financial year. The financial year remains unchanged, that is from April 1 to 31st March. The tax year will align with this financial year. So the new tax year is going to be aligned with the financial year. Changes in section numbers. The structure of tax sections will be reorganized. So previously, as and when there was changes required and all, government was inserting the sections. So all these now will be reorganized for a better and simplified understanding. Example, section 139 ITR filing and section 115 BAC new tax regime may be renumbered. So for a CS students, it will be difficult because they used to remember the sections for their exam purpose. Now all the sections are going to be renumbered. Language of the act is going to be simplified and better understanding. Residency law remains unchanged. So as we know, previously there were three categories: resident, non-resident and resident but not ordinary resident. So the same categories are continuing there also in the new act. Current 10-year look back rule remain for determining the residency. So previously we used to check the stay of a person in last 10 years. It will continue to be there in the new law also. Comprehensive tax bill structure. So in the new act, government is increasing the sections from 298 to 536 sections. As government is telling that they are going to simplify, but the number of sections are increasing. Government wants to make a proper sections for each thing. So that's why you can see the sections are almost getting doubled, and it will have 16 schedules. Most structured approach incorporating digital government. The government focuses now on digital governance as well as modernizing tax administration. So by introducing this new Income Tax Act, government is focusing on these two. These will be the fundamentals of the new Income Tax Act. Ease of interpretation for taxpayers. Removal of complex explanation and provisos. As we all know, previously under section we used to find provision, then we used to find proviso, which used to carve out some cases from main provision, and then we used to have explanations. For better understanding or clarification, government used to add explanations. Now we are not going to see the explanations, as well as we will be seeing very less provisos in the new Income Tax Act, as the section itself, the provision itself will be very clear. Previously government used to bring provision and then used to give provisos, and then over the time as per the requirement you used to add explanations to it. Standard deductions, gratuity, leave encashment consolidated in one section. Previously all these were spread across the Income Tax Act. Now it is going to be under one section. simplified depreciation computation for businesses. Those who are doing the accounting for businesses, they know that the income tax under income tax depreciation calculation was very complex. Now it is not going to be there. It will be easier one. TDS compliances, all TDS related provisions consolidated under single clause. So previously there were multiple sections and all that. Now it will be under single clause. Introduction of tables for easier reference. So government is introducing tables for easier reference. May require the changes in the compliance reporting and tax filing. So as you know that new income tax act is coming in 2025. So what will happen? Some changes will be proposed in this. So whatever the current forms, tax utilities are there, they will require some updates. So some updates will be required in those to align with the new income tax act. So it will take some time. New utilities will be introduced. There can be some glitches, but overall it will be good. No changes in ITR filing and tax rates. So the dates of ITR filing remains unchanged. Income tax slabs, capital gain tax filing deadlines remain unchanged, as it will be as which is introduced in the recent budget. Ensures tax stability. These all things will lead to it will ensure tax stability for businesses and individuals. Implementation timeline. The new law is expected to come into effect from 1st of April. So 1st of April 2026 onwards it is going to start. So first financial year under the new income tax act will be 2026-27. Financial year 24-25 and 25-26 will follow the existing income tax act. So we have to be very clear. Right now we are in financial year 24-25. So old will be applicable. 25-26 also old will be applicable. Government wants to take some time so that before implementing it is ready, its infrastructure ready to adopt the new income tax act. Conclusion. The new income tax bill 2025 aims to simplify the compliances and tax administration. Now taxpayers must prepare for procedural and reporting changes. As we are, new income tax act is going to come, so changes in procedures will be there, reporting things also will change. So it is advised that taxpayers remain updated. Businesses should consult professionals. So we will advise businesses to consult experts so that they are aware of what changes have come in income tax and they remain compliant. Thank you. Please subscribe to us. We are coming up with more detailed video. As you all know that bill is getting presented in Parliament. So once it is finalized, we will come with the detailed changes whatever the proposed in the new income tax act. So please subscribe to us, like, share, subscribe. Stay informed, stay compliant. Thank you. See Yashvi Singh this side, signing off.